India's GDP surpasses $4 trillion mark, makes history. Before we dive in details, please subscribe to the channel and stay always one step ahead to know all global important events happening around you. Give a thumbs up and share the video with your family and friends. Let's move on with the video. The reports by online live gross domestic product (GDP) trackers claimed that India's GDP touched the $4 trillion mark on Sunday. The screen grab from the live tracking GDP feed for the countries across the globe, based on the International Monetary Fund (IMF) data, had been widely shared on social media platforms. Netizens are hailing India for its remarkable achievement of touching the $4 trillion mark for the first time, making history. India's GDP on Sunday crossed the $4 trillion mark in nominal terms for the first time. The development demonstrates India's robust economic development and rise to prominence as a major player in the world economy, wrote a user on the internet while congratulating the country. The story begins in 1947, when India gained independence. The nation, fresh from the shackles of colonial rule, faced a daunting task: to build an economy from scratch. The initial years were rife with challenges, from partition-induced economic shocks to the task of nation-building in a diverse and populous country. India adopted a mixed economic model, combining features of both market and planned economies. The government took on the role of both an entrepreneur and an arbiter. Industries were classified into different schedules, with the public sector being given a dominant role in Schedule A industries, while the private sector was allowed to operate in Schedule B and C industries. The foundation for future growth was set by key economic reforms and policies. The industrial policy of 1956, for instance, emphasized the role of the state in industrial development and sought to prevent the concentration of economic power. The Green Revolution in the late 60s and early 70s transformed India's agrarian economy, enhancing food security and creating job opportunities in the rural sector. However, the real game changer came in the form of economic liberalization in the early 90s. As the country was grappling with a severe balance of payments crisis, the government decided to liberalize the economy, opening up various sectors to foreign investment and reducing the role of the state in many areas of the economy. These reforms, along with others, set in motion a period of accelerated growth that would eventually lead India to become one of the world's largest economies. Yet, it wasn't a smooth journey. There were numerous challenges, setbacks, and learnings along the way. A new economic era dawned on India in the early 90s, changing the course of its economic journey. The stage was set for a sustained period of high growth, leading up to the historic milestone we are discussing today, a GDP that surpasses the $4 trillion mark. But that's a story for the next scene. 1991 marked the year of India's economic liberalization. A significant turning point in India's economic history, this year saw a transformation that would forever change the face of India's economy. Before 1991, India's economy was characterized by extensive regulation, protectionism, public ownership, and central planning. This system, however, was deemed unsustainable and a major hurdle to India's economic growth. The country was facing a severe economic crisis, brought about by a balance of payments problem. India was on the brink of defaulting on its international commitments, and the situation needed immediate rectification. Then, a new wave of thinking emerged. The government decided to take a bold step towards liberalization, privatization, and globalization. The economic reforms of 1991 were introduced, and they marked a paradigm shift in India's economic policy. The government decided to reduce its control over the economy and open it up for private and foreign investments. This shift towards a market economy had a profound impact on India's economic growth. The market-friendly reforms led to increased investment, technological advancement, and a surge in economic activities. India's GDP started to grow at a faster pace, and the country began its journey towards becoming an economic powerhouse. One sector that saw rapid growth during this phase was the information technology sector. With the liberalization of the economy, the IT sector received a significant boost. India became a global outsourcing hub, providing IT services to companies around the world. The growth of the IT sector not only contributed significantly to India's GDP, but also helped in creating jobs and boosting other sectors of the economy. The economic reforms of 1991 set the stage for India's remarkable economic growth. They opened up new opportunities, unleashed the entrepreneurial spirit, and transformed India into a vibrant market-based economy. As the new millennium began, India was on the brink of becoming a major global economy. The journey was not always smooth, and there were many challenges along the way. But with the right policies and a resilient spirit, India managed to overcome the obstacles and achieve a significant milestone in its economic history. The last 2 decades have been pivotal in India's economic journey. Let's take a closer look at what's been steering this massive ship of economy towards the $4 trillion milestone. A key driver of this growth has been the burgeoning sectors of information technology, manufacturing, and services. India's IT industry in particular has been a beacon of innovation, contributing significantly to the country's GDP. The rise of the digital economy has also played a pivotal role, with the advent of e-commerce and mobile-based services, transforming the way business is conducted in India. The manufacturing sector has also witnessed a phenomenal growth, driven by the Make in India initiative. This has not only boosted domestic production but also attracted significant foreign investment, propelling the economy forward. Let's not forget about the services sector, which has continued to grow at a robust pace. From healthcare to hospitality, the services sector has been a critical component of India's economic growth story. The rise of the startup culture has also been a game changer. With an increasing number of young Indians choosing entrepreneurship over traditional career paths, startups have become a significant contributor to job creation and economic activity. Foreign investment has been another key ingredient in this recipe for success. India's efforts to liberalize its economy and improve the ease of doing business have drawn significant foreign capital, fueling growth and development. Moreover, strategic economic reforms, such as the introduction of the goods and services tax, have streamlined business operations and boosted investor confidence. The journey to $4 trillion has been a story of resilience, strategic reforms, and economic evolution. It's a testament to India's economic prowess and its potential to scale greater heights in the future. India's journey to $4 trillion is an inspiring tale of economic transformation. We've seen how the initial economic model, heavily dependent on public sector initiatives, laid the groundwork for India's development. The pivot point came in 1991, when economic liberalization propelled the country onto a new path of growth. From IT to manufacturing, numerous sectors bloomed, contributing to the robust growth and diversity of the Indian economy. The road to the $4 trillion mark was paved with strategic decisions, policy reforms, and the indomitable spirit of entrepreneurship that thrives in the country. Looking ahead, the future of India's economy is brimming with promise. Sectors like renewable energy, digital technology, and healthcare are poised for exponential growth. The nation's youthful demographic combined with technological advancements presents a formidable force that can drive India's economy even further. As India continues on its growth trajectory, the story of its economic journey serves as a testament to the nation's potential and its role in the global economy.